Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. It's time for Quake. Welcome to another Shaftastic TV stream. My name is Rob Korf, and we have Quake Live today. 200 FPS, Season 5, Round 6. Let's see what's on the menu today. A Twitch thingy, looks like. What I wanted to show was this. There we go. We have our first match between Arseny and Sparty, followed up by Kilson versus Arseny. Then we have Sparty versus Kilson, Helldown versus Cypher, Helldown versus Pavel, and Pavel versus Cypher. So some spectacular matches. Looking forward to today. And let's see the picks and bans. I'll also check the server. Arseny is already on the server. Let's take a look at the picks and bans. No Blood One, no Airwalk. Blood One banned by Sparty. Airwalk removed by Arseny. Sparty removes Furious Heights. Arseny bans Lost World. Sparty wants to start on Cure. Arseny picks Silence, second map. We won't see Vertical Vengeance removed by Sparty. Sinister is not shown this series. Arseny bans that map, so the tiebreaker will be Battleforged. Yeah, so last Friday our stream had some problems on YouTube. I did not have time to debug it yet because I was away. It was also the curious case that YouTube diagnostics did not show any problems. The only thing that I spotted was that the bitrate got really low at certain points. What I did do is restart my router. Hopefully that resolves it. It was nothing on my side. If it happens again, yeah, please join the Twitch. There were no reports that the Twitch was having problems. So fingers crossed that everything will be fine today. We are still waiting on Sparty. Let's see. There is a sign of life of Sparty from like 25 minutes ago. 25 minutes ago they finished their picks and bans, so I'm guessing that Sparty was doing the picks and banning. Because yeah, history-wise, this has been a bit of a loaded match. Arseny does not have the best connection. Sparty does not really like to play against players with bad connections. I think Sparty did not realize he has to play the first match. He just realized that he needs to play the first match. So he will be joining shortly, hopefully. Okay, he is joining the server, so I'll show the Quake Champions once again while we wait on the Sparty. Who just realized that he needs to play right now. I can start a prediction at least. Okay. We have the players on the server. I'll enable games out. And yeah, I think the audio levels are fine.
Prepare to fight.
Yes, there we go. Oh, wait, I have not enabled. No, fuck me! I have not enabled autofollicular yet. So I'll do it manually. Okay, yeah, prediction is live. Clicking before aiming, that was what I was doing. Ooh, Sparty gets electrocuted by Arsenie's LG. Sparty did survive because he probably had the first rat. Let's see. Yes. Arsenie taking over, at least for this rotation, and he's doing a ton of damage again. Decent return damage from Sparty before dying. Let's see if he can get into a good position. No, he actually moves away from the rat. What was his arsenal actually like? Did he have the LG? Yeah, he looked to be having a complete arsenal, so... If he would have realized the damage he had done before dying, he could have been playing for that rat. Maybe protect his positioning. Now Arsenie going for that precious item. Always a little bit of a choke point though. Gets out without taking that much damage, and then just Sparty decides to move through a portal where there is a choke point naturally. So it looks to be that Sparty still needs to warm up a bit. And there we have his first frag on the board. He gets the frag, but I guess it's on him himself. The kill feed is gone too quick. gone too soon. Party again with the rat this time. Arsene is able to escape. Hello, Satan inside, and Sissy Meaty on the YouTubes. Sparty definitely used the better weapon in that fight. Still, Arsene able to return some damage with the rail. Oh, spots Sparty. The rocket is not a full-on hit. So Sparty is able to move on to the rat. Arsene, yeah, rightly so, doesn't go full in. He doesn't really need to force the issue, like it's 4 minutes played. 2 for X in the lead. Just has to make sure that he doesn't get too much out of control. Oh, but now he sticks around way too long.
Minute warning.
Sparty rotating the items. Tasty rockets. Also decent damage from Arsene, but he got so close up to Sparty that he did also a lot of damage to himself, and Sparty had just stacked to withstand anything.
Taken.
Sparty taking a peek at the mega health. Gets a rocket on the nose. But yeah, he sees Arsene jumping down, and Arsene locks himself up in that position by doing so. Still, I would say like it was an okay damage output from Arsene for the situation he was in. Yeah, and he might get mega health again. Let's see if Sparty takes a peek. No, all the cheeky play from Arsene gets discovered by Sparty. Which makes it a bad play. A ballsy one that doesn't get rewarded. And look at the stack Sparty is able to work with.
Hello there.
Hey, good afternoon.
Oh God. Just need a second. Oh, I still got the sound of the stream on. That's weird. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine. Actually, yeah. I had a lovely weekend. I'm looking for the English word. Someone who gets hit and you get drunk with him. Bachelor party. That was it. Yes.
Ah, okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Was it excessive at least?
Yeah, of course. It has to be, right?
Yeah. Nice.
Sparty really hammering on Arseny right now. Working on that. On those frags.
Yeah, whoever has been betting on everything on Sparty seems to be on a good way now.
No one has used his fake money.
No one used the fake money. What? People talking bullshit on the internet? No. Can't be. But yeah, just checking in who's... Okay, Cure was apparently Sparty's pick.
Sure.
And he just managed to create her on a jump pad. Did I see this correctly?
Yeah, but he already secured the win, so I think this is just a bit of the garbage time. It is good that Arseny gets some confidence back. Because, yeah, he's still a bit of a player that really needs to get going from the start. His out of control play is not the best yet. At least not on this map, so probably that's also why Sparty chose this one. And I would say like Arseny is more of a mechanical player than really having the dual game down to the dotted I's and T's.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Maybe.
And
That's how I'm saying it, at least.
What exactly?
like he's
Past.
yeah, his dual skills still needs some improvement, and
okay.
like Sparty is also like mechanically gifted,
Prepare.
but also a little bit better in how he uses his dual skill.
1.
I hope I'm making sense.
Okay, you mean there's still room to improve in the meta,
Yeah,
basically.
True.
In on the tactical side of things. Yeah.
Lead lost.
Yeah, that's something I noticed on the last map. Sparty, yeah, way better accuracy, way more damage, but the major items were kind of even. Where Sparty got the edge was actually the yellows and the greens by quite a big margin. So that was interesting to see. Yeah, but here, Sparty already picked up the first one. And as usual, I forgot to set the follow killer thingy.
Yeah, me
It
too.
doesn't save that for whatever reason. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
But yeah, the last time I tried to switch it on, I accidentally left the server. I see. Meaty wasted comment, so there's no fight. I waste it.
Arseny low. Oh, and he gets red just on the mega entrance. Almost got it. I was so sure he was safe for now, but nope.
Why does it work? Yeah, I don't know.
Arsene screaming again. Ooh, that's a big rocket, possibly. Oh.
Only a
Not
few
quite enough.
health points left. Sparty gets the mega health. But Arsene gets a decent spawn with that rocket. Is able to get the red.
I feel like this is a chance for Arsene to get a foot in the door. Let's see if he can get that red and maybe do some trouble on the mega pickup. Like that.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, stack-wise, this was a great play. Sparty locking himself up at mega health. Good that Arsene just stood his ground, not giving Sparty an escape. And he's also on time from this red, but he messes up his movement. Sparty able to do a ton of damage, but then the punishing rails from Arsene defending his life with it. And I don't think Sparty really has a... No, I don't think he has a railgun yet, so... Locks himself up. Well, not really on the mega health. So one rocket. Another one when Sparty goes through the portal and a finisher with the rail.
Yeah, that was clean, like in mechanically clean. He took damage, but exactly the right weapon choice for the situation. Funnily enough, with the railgun on like 5 meters, but it worked. He needed that burst damage.
Yeah, and as I said, like the in-control play from Arsene is really good, and it's just when he's out of control, he has trouble getting back in. But now he's dominating Sparty a bit. He still has a frag to go, and has to keep the control for 6 minutes, a little bit less. For us to go to a third map.
Yeah, you cannot extrapolate anything from this. That's the point. Yeah, he has that one frag more, but that's almost nothing. And Sparty dropping down.
Yeah.
And I think he actually stole the mega with that.
True. Yeah, and Arsene was totally bamboozled by that play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
5-minute warning.
Oh, the sneak back.
So yeah, that
Sparty
definitely killed a bit of the momentum from Arsene. Sparty playing the player instead of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Nice angle though from Arsene. Is he able to defend the red position with this? Yeah. No, not completely. Ends up in a mutual.
What happened there? Did he fall down or? Wait, I gotta check the console for this. No, he ate the rocket, I think.
True. Yeah, Sparty
Okay.
just before dying, throwing a tasty rocket in his face. And another one we see here.
Oh yeah, he's coming up with what I like to call the random bullshit direct. You don't expect it to hit at all, and then the 100 pops up.
Yeah, they hurt. Arsene not able to win the real game against Sparty.
Yeah, he's missing some crucial shots.
This one is hitting, and now it's only 2 frags apart. But yeah, Sparty has a spawn that definitely benefits him.
Yeah, but just seeing both players are above 55% rail. Even with those missed shots, and doesn't. Oh, he wins the fight, but so low. Couldn't even use the red armor. Okay, bit of an exchange. Last one goes to Sparty. Arseny does get the mega hurt though. God, Sparty and the rails. Oh, these fights are so close. And he still keeps hitting. Oh. Damn.
Yeah, that was Arseny cratering, right? Yeah.
Yes, looks like it. No. Yeah, I feel like now we can start to assume who might win this map. It's getting increasingly likely that it's Sparty. Unless some sort of miracle happens, but no. That's not going down, and he still hits. Oh, what? The gauntlet on top of that. Holy shit.
1 minute warning.
Arseny had a good start. Even worked with the control for a few minutes, but then yeah, Sparty just. I think it started with that surprising drop down on the mega health, and like the entry damage he got with the rocket just yeah, spelled doom for Arseny, and since then he was not really able to get back in. But if you see it, the pickups, yeah. It's only a margin in favor of Sparty.
Yeah, but the way he's been hitting towards the end it's like, yeah, he got warmed up. Like really, the last I saw when he did that gauntlet thingy was 65% on the rails. That's kind of insane, and he went for some style shots there.
Are you also here?
I am here, yes.
Hello.
Hello. I had some problems with the VPN and stuff. I have no idea. I ended up having to restart my computer 2 times, but it seems to be working now, and hopefully I will be able to join you guys.
Fingers crossed.
I did get to see Sparty play against Arseny. And yeah, gotta say, Sparty, he's looking sharp as ever when it comes to his mechanical performance. Especially like looking back at silence. Ooh, wait, hold up! I gotta enable my camera.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine will stay off. I did that whole camera pass-through thing once, and that was ages ago. And even then, like, even Leadhead's cam with the out of focus stuff looks better than mine. So, yeah, it's a cheap. What did I pay for it? Less than $20. It's like how says a trust.
Gilson. First,
We gotta kill him.
Let's see what their picks and bets are.
There. Oh, Kilson versus Arseny. Okay. Time for me to get biased.
As in, is this some kind of like a sick German joke that you're actually cheering for Arseny?
No. No. Of course, I'm a tiny bit on Kilsen's side on this.
Oh, yeah, I hear it in the accent.
The accent, yeah.
The accent, yes.
To be fair, like, don't get me wrong, Arseny, he's a great player. Rob, I think you pointed this out actually in the earlier map. Like, yeah, really, when Arseny gets into control, it can be sometimes really hard to break him out of it. But if we just look at, you know, how his performance was against Sparty, and now he has to play against Kilson, where it's gonna be pretty much the same thing, except even more rails coming out of nowhere. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, you know, how it's gonna go for Arseny.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because it's still sort of a powerhouse.
Yes, indeed.
That's the thing. Yeah. What else do we have here? Oh, after this Sparty versus Kilson, that one's gonna be really interesting.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's gonna be nuts, especially since those two, they're training a lot together, I think.
That's true. That's true. Kilson is actually one of the reasons why I sometimes completely by instinct say, instead of Sparty, I say Sparty.
Sparty. Oh yeah, true. He says that.
Kilson has a habit of doing that, and it's just stuck with me.
Yeah. I just know in regards to Sparty, in the old days I heard the story about a LAN where he got disqualified because he didn't show up. He was laying in bed with a hangover. So people started calling him Party Sparty.
As I understand, that could have happened more than once.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's lots of stories I heard. Apparently somebody ran naked through some big city at one point. I don't know who it was. Like from the other side of the pond, apparently Carnage Johnson at one point had his laptop on a LAN and he got mad, so he stood up, got on the chair and just peed on his laptop, like right there. I'm not sure of the validity of these claims, but it's a story nonetheless.
That sounds believable.
Absolutely. With this community, you just don't know. Everything can happen.
But returning to Kilson versus Arseny, we are 1 minute in. Kilson has been able to secure himself 2 pretty clean frags overall. Arseny has fallen out of control, barely able to get even a single yellow armor so far in this 1 minute. He's been able to pick up only 2. What is that pixel rail? Ooh, very aggressive move there from Kilson, and it ends up backfiring as the close-range shotgun punishes Kilson.
Oh yeah. Gets stuck with the shaft as well, at least for a moment, so that pickup hurt. He's gonna lick his wounds for a few seconds. That much is for certain, and yeah, I just checked. This was actually Kilson's pick. You know, relatively fast map with good rail opportunities. Sounds like a Kilson pick. And then Arseny has picked Battleforged, which I can totally see. He's gonna try and withhold that rail from Kilson. I can already tell.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like, you know, if we look at Kilson's kind of playstyle, it's not. Like, I don't think Battleforged is really a map that, like, favors Arseny all that much. It's a great map for both of them. Very aggressive drop down, by the way, from Arseny. Almost ends up going down. But he does get the frag in the end. Thankfully for him, the Mega was there as well.
Okay. I'm giving the scoreboard a tiny look, and yeah, okay, Kilson got most of the items mainly, and damage-wise they are about even.
They are about even, but I gotta say that, yeah, Arseny, he's been making maybe a couple mistakes when it comes to, like, the weapon choices. We saw earlier on at one of the fights at Red that Kilson made, admittedly, it was a very ballsy move to just keep pushing, even when at the stack disadvantage with the LG, and Arseny seems like he just wasn't ready for it, switched over to the rail. And kind of similar situation happened just now, where it seems like he's not entirely sure. Like, does he want to commit to a full-on push? Does he not? And Kilson, he's making a pretty good job of just punishing Arseny's uncertainty. Another rather unfortunate engagement for Arseny. One of the yellow armors is up and Arseny really needs it. Oh no, but caught. Yeah, caught in a corner there. Nothing much that he can do. Decent rocket bounce there by Arseny, but is that gonna save him his life or just buy some time before the inevitable? There's still, like, all of the items are being removed. What do you do? What do you do in this scenario?
That's the thing.
5-minute warning.
It's hard to get in. Kilson actually even more yellows than Arseny at this point. And yeah, and bigger damage output. That'd be really tough. Both major items are up. Question is, what happens to the mega health? Like, Kilson gets... yeah, he does get it. At the very least, he would have done lots of damage if Arseny would have been faster. So, yeah, kinda tough. Kilson in control of the map, and of course, with rails like that... yeah.
I really gotta say, I like how fast-paced Kilson's playing. Like, really, he's not wasting any time whatsoever. As soon as he sees an opportunity, he has the stack advantage, and he just goes for it. And it's been paying off. With an 8-frag advantage on Furious Heights, I mean, this is looking pretty much over for Arseny already. 9-frag advantage even now.
Yeah.
Looks like he might be... I'm not sure what happened there. He went AFK there for a small bit, but I thought Arseny was already calling GG, which honestly I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, I was expecting the same. And now he's playing at Kilson. Even that psychological rail, that was like shit talk in damage form. like he even waited for the last moment so that Arseny might think he makes it to the teleporter. It's like what you said earlier about the mental tug of war that happens between the players. I feel like especially Duel is like with beat 'em ups. I heard somebody say you try to set up camp in your opponent's head. That's exactly what's going on.
We switch over to Arseny to see what exactly his plan is. His plan is to call GG. Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob. That was on point. Yeah. But I think really, like, just really, really well played by Kilson. It feels like, despite, you know, there being two yellow armors on the map, really felt like he was even timing those. Like, Arseny, at best, he could get one yellow armor off the rotation, which is, like, it's not a great position to be on Furious Heights, you know? You want to get at least something more than just the bare minimum if you want to be coming back. And against a player like Kilson, you just can't do anything. And again, really like the aggression that was coming out from Kilson. It wasn't mindless aggression. It was really aggression when exactly you needed it.
Yeah, very measured.
Ooh, we're seeing actually a very swift first blood coming out from Arseny, kind of a switcheroo from what we saw on Furious Heights, where Kilson got a frag in like the first few seconds of the map. Both players have already secured a rail. Kilson getting some pretty fancy rails there, but is that gonna be enough? Both players approximately on equal stack, despite Kilson picking up the Mega. Like, there's a lot of damage output actually right now from Kilson. Like, the damage difference is only approximately 100, but Arseny keeps getting forced back as he takes rail after rail. This next Mega might be a crucial pivot point. Kilson actually opts to go for the red armor as a safer option. Can't really blame him. Arseny also not really healthy enough to push the advantage there. All that has to happen is like one free rail for Kilson, and all of it could go downhill. Ooh, very noodly LG there by Arseny, and he's unable to find the rails either. 44% LG versus 32, and even on the rails, 50 versus 28. Yeah, with slightly better execution there by Arseny, that could have been a kill, but now Arseny is in a terrible position as he's lost out on the major items and lost the one frag advantage that he had.
Yeah, I think you should not eat noodles before you play Quake. Did look at Arseny. Had a nice bowl of it, but he did recover. He's back in the driver's seat. Not the healthiest, but he has the choice to go for the Mega Health or the red. Decides to go for the red, but also punishes the Mega Health pickup from Kilson, which is a really nice play. I have to say, Kilson is like bleeding and there's not a lot to go for. But that yellow, and that also makes his movement predictable. Arseny is trying to sneak up. Is Kilson still around? Oh, Kilson actually early position on this heavy. Is this... No, this time around, no noodly LT from Arseny. Again, Kilson weak. It does seem that Arseny has this map on lockdown right now. Kilson not finding an answer yet.
We are only 4 minutes in. I mean, Kilson, he could still make miracles work. Wouldn't be the first time. I mean, that's pretty decent damage for a start. Arseny, after that rocket jump, left on only 36 health. In fact, he's left up the Mega. And did Kilson just absolutely demolish him?
Yeah, it looked like it.
I wasn't sure what even happened there. I was like, I'm switching between the players and suddenly like Arseny is gone, reduced to ashes.
Oh. Another one there. Yeah, basically Kilson lost a frag there. He managed... I think he blew himself up. Not entirely sure what happened. But then he basically got back immediately, and now the run seems to have started.
Yeah, it's kind of a back and forth, you know. Arseny showed that when he's in control, he can get some chained together frags going, but Kilson's no slouch himself, and look at the stack right now. 150, 150. Arseny loses all of his armor, and there's only one frag difference. Arseny has lost a lot of the advantage that he had. Mega health coming up. Arseny actually making a very aggressive move, and Kilson slightly late. Misses the rail as well. I don't know if that would not have been a kill shot, I believe. But still, the traps by Kilson, they are costly to himself though, as he's been reduced to just 40 health and armor.
Yeah, it was an interesting string of play from Kilson actually, like just waiting and baiting that yellow. Arseny going for it, and like Kilson didn't miss a beat of electricity.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the trap play, but I really wasn't expecting Kilson to take so much damage in the process. Arseny able to get a killing rail on Kilson. It's gonna get him back into a one frag advantage now. Kilson, he's already been able to collect at least some weapons. There he goes for the rail. Arseny unable to deny it from him. The rockets are okay, but not good enough, as Kilson is forced to evade with only like 5 health remaining.
Yeah, not a lot of armor left. Maybe the green and a few shards. Arseny trying to cover that. Ooh, Kilson, yeah, they're both in reload phase as they move through. But Arseny finds the kill shot.
That was a really ballsy move there by Kilson, like more like Bolson, not Kilson. This is.
Well, I do understand. Like Arseny needed to reload because of the rail, but Kilson was in the same situation. So
Kilson was not only in the same situation. He also like he had like 100 stack disadvantage for sure, and he still just goes in for this close range fight, pulls out the rocket launcher, just starts shooting, and it's like Arseny can defend like from that position quite well. I am surprised that it worked out in the long run, but hey, Kilson, he's been pulling out some tricks, and I'm all for it.
yeah, still one frag behind. 2 minutes to go. Yeah, Arseny fighting for us to go to a third map. Kilson on series point.
Oh, those hits. Kilson with the rail, Arseny with the rocket. Damn. Hitting lots of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like Arseny, I think he's realized that the position that he's currently in, he's just trying to play it slow and safe. And it might work as Kilson tries to push for the mega health, but Arseny's already there, waiting for the pickup. And, I mean, this is a pretty fast-paced Battle Forge that we're currently seeing, but it's still... Like, all it has to happen is, like, Arseny has to slow it down just a little bit, and I think that closes all of Kilson's opportunity of a comeback.
Yeah.
Especially after this rail.
Can't even go for the mega health. That was basically the last cycle of items where he would have enough time to go on a hunt.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
with the 7th frag coming out from Arseny, like, this is definitely over. But very, very well played by Arseny, really. I think in this time, at this time, like, the aggression from Kilson may be a little unwarranted. Couple weird pushes here and there. They kind of work, but also it leaves him unable to contest the map on the refrag either. So he gets a kill, but opens himself up for the following engagement. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't think this was the best that we could have seen of Kilson. On the other hand, Arseny, like, played calm and collected. Punished Kilson's mistakes. Well done by him.
Absolutely. Yeah, but what you said earlier about Kilson's aggressive playstyle, I think that's a typical case of if it works, it's genius. If it doesn't work, it's stupid. There's no in between.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely how it felt like. What are we starting on?
I'm on Arsenal.
Very well.
The question is, where's Rob?
I'm now on Kilson at least.
Yeah, now definitely, yes.
Once again, like 15 seconds in, we already have a frag. This time, actually, like 2 frags. It seems to be a trend with these 2 players that, you know, the map starts, first objective, get a kill, like as fast as you can, set a world record.
Yeah, I think the first shot was after 3 seconds or something with the shotgun.
Ooh, Arseny forced the rocket jump out of the mega room. And overstaying his welcome just a little bit. That's gonna end up with a frag. Kilson, I like the positioning there, playing it nice and safe. Kind of expecting that Arseny's first instinct is gonna be to try and grab a weapon, whatever it is. But still, not super healthy. The next engagement might still prove to be a problem, especially with the close-range shotgun blast coming out from Arseny. And yeah, unable to get onto the jump pad quickly enough.
Okay, that rocket did not go as planned. You could see the vision, but the geometry said otherwise. What? Oh, a nice combo. And a bit of a chaotic fight. You could see Kilson losing track of Arseny there.
To be fair, I lost track of Arseny. I was spectating from Arseny's point of view. I still lost track of him.
Where is he?
Oh, devastating LG, but also the defensive rockets by Kilson. Somehow this ends up being an almost even damage, almost even trade in terms of damage, but yeah, it's not looking particularly great for Kilson right now, as he's lost a lot of the stack for basically free. On the other hand, he has all the weapons. The Mega is up. Is Kilson actually gonna go and push for it? He does. Arseny unable to punish it whatsoever. Red coming up in 5 seconds. Kilson actually pushed through the teleporter. Is he gonna get the kill before the red? No, he did not. But still, it's a very good situation for Kilson now. Somehow able to turn it around.
And this time there's more than enough, well, time. And it's a bit of a faster map than Battleford. So, yeah, this could still go either way easily. Ah. Okay. And where's Arseny? Probably on the lookout for any sort of armor right now.
Yeah, all he's got is the rocket launcher and the shotgun, and even those rockets are slowly, surely running out. Ooh, actually, he does. I like that. I love to see me some defrag.
Yeah. It was a slick move, but yeah, didn't have the desired outcome. So you gotta respect the hustle.
Kilson not afraid of potentially being telefrag, just pushes through the teleporter with the shotgun in hand. I mean, does get him the 6th frag, and he's still, in terms of stack, he's looking really good. He's got all the weapons, he's got ammo for basically another World War. And Arseny, on the other hand, I was gonna say, he's barely surviving, but the 7th frog coming out, he's not even doing that much.
Yeah. Yeah, Kilson has the map on lockdown. Yeah, there might be a chance for Arseny to get in and steal another red armor, but I'm pretty sure Kilson will be there and punish him for it, just like he did earlier. Like this. You can steal it, pays with his life for it. Right off the spawn, the next rail. Oh, that's gotta be so frustrating to play against.
This is what Kilson does, you know, like, even if you go down, you know that the next spawn is probably gonna get punished immediately.
Yeah, it's super oppressive. I mean, right now, both kinda even. So... Oh, and Arseny is stealing the next item, this time the Mega Health. Again, took a lot of damage for it. Isn't not railable anymore. Arseny is. That's the problem. He basically can't stick around, actually. It's exactly for that reason, yeah.
I actually kind of really surprised that Arseny stuck around for as long as he did. I mean, maybe the better play would have been just to forfeit the red armor and try and stack up for the next fight. Maybe fire a couple of rockets to try and get some kind of damage, but going for that rail angle against Kilson of all players, yeah, very risky. Oh. Kilson's really locked in now, trying to get revenge, basically, for the previous map, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like we can back this up. I think we have a 8 frag difference, and he hits rockets like that. Yeah, make that 9 frags, and with 3 minutes left on the clock, this is not gonna happen for Arseny, I think. He had some very strong phases, though, throughout the whole match. I mean, the whole second map, of course, and even if he loses with some frag difference, he is putting up a fight.
Absolutely, like, if you look at, like, in terms of damage, Arseny is constantly, like, keeping pace with Kilson. The difference is really not much, it's not even 10%. Okay, it is a little... It is actually 10%, but it's like... You know, when you're going up against, like, one of the best rails of Quake ever, and you're keeping within, like, a couple hundred points of damage, that's respectable. That is still very respectable.
Mm-hmm. And same thing with like we had in the match earlier. The major items are kind of evenly distributed, but Kilson got way more of the smaller stuff. Like 13 to 3 yellows and 18 to 6 greens.
Oh yeah, actually, like, the greens themselves, like, they make a huge difference in this scenario.
Yeah. Yeah, that's those work by volume. It's and I mean, we got that 12, that's like, yeah, 300 points in stack difference, what you picked up, basically.
Yeah, and that's as Inns would say, those are the poverty items. But I mean, if you have a million of something, does that really, even if it's kind of not high value, are you really still poor?
Yeah. I mean, a million 1 cent coins is what would that be? 10 would still be 10,000.
That's still 10,000, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, hey, for 10,000 you can, in this economy, not do a whole lot, but still.
Could be enough for a mid-range graphics card.
Ah, yes.
Probably.
Maybe you could buy even half a stick of RAM.
How? Yeah, but not a whole one. We don't want to get cocky here. Oh, Kilson super low, 1 HP right now, out of rockets. Arseny goes for it, and there he takes one. Like possibly the last frag of the map. No. Not even that shall be bestowed upon him by Lady Fate.
Yep.
Yeah.
20-6 is going to be the final score. Kilson wins the match with 2-1, being the final map score. Arseny, again, like in terms of damage, like you can't take it away from him. He's been like, especially some of his LG. We saw a little bit of noodly LG here and there, but once it locks in, it feels devastating. And overall, just the better positioning from Kilson and kind of the opportunities that he keeps finding to do damage and take items immediately after, as well as like punishing the spawns. I think that's really like the main difference that allowed him to come out on top. So, well played by Kilson. Well played by Kilson. Really recovered from Battleforge, where, in my opinion, I don't want to say he threw the match, but that really wasn't the Kilson that we're used to seeing. So, yeah.
Definitely was under pressure there. Okay.
Right.
So
What do
we said that earlier and we already forgot. Damn. Very professional of us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Here we go.
Looks like they are in the server already.
Yeah.
Let's look at their picks and buttons.
Ooh, do I see Arrowwalk? I do see Arrowwalk.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's big.
this might be fun. I am not actually sure whom does this favor more. I mean, this was Sparty's pick, which doesn't surprise me. Sparty, like we've seen, you know, Kilson today already do some crazy fights where it doesn't really make sense, but he still makes it work. Sparty is that on steroids. Nobody questions the Sparty party.
Yeah. Not gonna do a prediction on who wins. I'm just gonna say these two, this map, this is gonna be entertaining as hell.
Yeah. That's one thing for sure. Sparty right now practicing his LG to red jump. You gotta make sure that you can pull that off against Kilson. Don't want to be caught like fumbling down the stairs. Yeah, Arrowwalk, I mean, this is a classic map. This is probably one of the fastest-paced, words. Come on, try again, let it. This is probably the fastest-paced map, you know, in all of Quake Live, when it comes to at least the dual map pool. I mean, and especially with Sparty, who's... like, we've seen that he can slow games down, but generally he's balls to the wall and just tries to demolish his opponent and make them turn the game off, eventually crying in the corner. Kilson, the question is, how is he going to be able to like handle the pressure Maybe there even isn't gonna be any pressure. Maybe Kilson is just get an early advantage and is gonna keep running for the entirety of the match. You know, we've seen that happen as well on Airwalk. Then again, like with Sparty, also like this is one of those few maps where you can actually just keep rushing your opponent, and eventually it will. Eventually, your opponent's stack will run out, and that's where you can start gonna keep applying the pressure. And that's kind of like why I love this map. It's like despite the kind of like favoring so much aggression, you can still play it in whatever way you wish, and it's just great. It's a nice nice change of pace.
This is it. You said you said about Sparty about potentially slowing games down. How the hell would you even do that on this map? It's basically impossible. You can't.
You gotta channel your inner cipher.
Exactly. Yeah. You gotta reach Zen.
Looks like our Russian colleagues are having some technical issues, so we're just waiting for them.
Okay, seems to be cool. Schlepper says they're ready as well.
Party is ready.
Yeah, lots of tiny technical stuff that can happen at the moment.
Prepare to fight.
Kilson's also ready, and there we go. I guess we start on Sparty.
Yeah,
Very well.
already there. I mean, it's a 50-50 chance. So, and not even that because of the frags in warm-up.
Yeah, I mean, like we saw, like on the previous match between Kilson and Arseny, that like people who were like they were shooting literally within seconds of spawning. On Airwalk, not surprising whatsoever. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't spawn already holding down, you know, mouse one. Ooh, a great direct rocket there.
Another one of those.
Mega health coming up. Kilson's gonna get that for basically free, and he's immediately using that to push his push the Swede out of the way. If Kilson gets this red as well, I mean Sparty's kind of starting to fall behind, and the rockets, they're good, but oh my goodness, they're excellent even. He still ends up going down, but Kilson was literally 200 stack, and right now he's like barely 100 total. Sparty, in fact, spawns with more health than Kilson had after that fight. Sparty gets off the red armor just a little bit too early, in my opinion. That might be disastrous for him.
Yeah, Sparty in kind of survival mode, but no John McClane coming out here. But may I just point out the irony that's going on here? This was more than 1 minute until the first frag, like compared to the other maps today, and it is on Airwalk of all things. Yeah. So far the frequency is actually pretty low.
Yeah, I think like a lot of respect coming out from both of these players. Kilson, he does make a very aggressive push and it works out. Party trying to repeat, you know, the magic that he had previously with some of those amazing rockets, nullifying all Kilson's stack, but no such luck this time. Sparty's getting bullied off of all of the major items. He hasn't been able to secure a single red armor. He is 1 mega behind as well. but it could turn around any moment now. Kilson holding his ground with the LG. Lots of damage there. Red armor was not picked up by Kilson. Both players still railable.
And both still in the fight, despite being so low.
The best part is that, like, yeah, Sparty, he's already firing grenades, you know, like, Kilson sees the pineapples coming his way, he doesn't care, he's standing his ground. The grenades don't exist if you don't look at them. The golden rule.
Well. Yeah. The Neo moment, just ignore everything that's flying, go through there.
Ooh, Kilson a little bit early on this red. Just devastating LG, but still no kill coming out from Sparty.
No, he still turns that around. Damn.
Oh, if Sparty only knew just how weak Kilson was. He was left on 13 health and I think it was approximately 40 armor, and the Mega wasn't even coming up for another 5 seconds. Maybe a lost opportunity, but then again, Sparty, you know, he spawns like with what? The machine gun in Quake Live. It's really not that great. And look at these kills, like they're so close. Kilson once again making it out with 6 health. Sparty must be furious right now.
Oh, I'm just seeing the accuracies are also on stream, not only on me, because it seems to be a bit buggy. Like Kilson on 15% rail accuracy, that's not believable.
That doesn't sound right, especially given the fact that, like, he's 8 frags up. He's fired 20 rails, hit only 3. Sparty, on the other hand, 56% LG. I know,
yeah.
one of those, that partially is because he caught Kilson on the stairs, but still, that's pretty massive.
5-minute warning.
Kilson just picked up the Mega Health and looks like he's going to be able to get this red as well. Kilson actually is not even concerned about the red. He's first and foremost trying to do some damage, which, I mean, I can't blame him. It's 11 frags up for Kilson, but it's not over yet, and I do mean it. I'm not saying this just because of Zoot and the memes. On Aerowalk, anything can happen.
Yeah, Aerowalk is like I always like to say like 4 frags on Aerowalk are like 1 frag on any other map. So technically this is a 3-0, maybe 4-0. And there's the first one for Sparty. Finally getting one on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
Question is, what's he gonna do now?
the Kilson rails are coming online, and ooh, the biggest problem is right now that none of the items are really coming up for another 10 seconds. There's maybe a couple health bubbles that Sparty could rely on, but he's still railable. After all this, he's still railable. He's gonna have to forfeit the red armor. Mega coming up in 2 seconds. Oh no! Tries to make it through the teleporter, but catches a grenade right in his mouth. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Okay. Yeah, okay, now I'm starting to feel like the ice is getting thin for Sparty, and he seems to feel the same.
Cole's GG final score is 16-0.
Kilson back to 35% rail accuracy. Nice. So it was actually just a really weird bad start. And just the difference in usage is insane. Sparty about 20 and Kilson, yeah, 40 rails fired. You know who likes the weapon.
Now.
Yeah.
Vote passed.
I mean, this is a really really devastating loss actually for Sparty, because it was his map pick. I think he had actually like slight advantage, but with it going like 16-0 or 16-1, whatever the final score was, that's rough. That's really rough.
Mm-hmm.
Map number 2 is gonna be Silence. This was a Kilson's pick, and I still think Sparty has a decent chance, but not as much of an advantage. But who knows? Maybe Kilson feeling so confident that he's gonna start making mistakes. What was the quote from the Darkest Dungeon? Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, yeah.
But you gotta like say it with like reverb and Lovecraft monsters in the background. Quakers only play Quake. Nobody understands what I'm talking about here.
Yeah, I don't think I can get my Cthulhu voice ready that quick. Oh, Kilson can evade the rail. Now with a big stack advantage. That's almost twice of what Sparty has.
Yeah, Sparty's been forced down onto the low ground. Kilson, he's probably looking for an opportunity to punish Sparty picking up this mega, and he does. It looks like, yeah, he wasn't even trying to, like, go for it directly, and can you blame him? He didn't really need it with 180 health himself. Sparty does make it out, not exactly unscathed, but still in a pretty good shape. Red armor is up. Kilson is on the low ground. Actually, the very weird positioning from him in this scenario. 3 damage inflicted by Sparty, and that's gonna allow him to take the red. So swinging in favor of Sparty.
Yeah, although I don't quite get that decision earlier. Like, well, over half a minute ago, Kilson left the red armor, left the yellow armor up, then left the red armor up, and then let Sparty even get the mega health. He gave up on the whole cycle, basically. Not quite sure how that happened.
Ooh, beautiful rail there by Sparty, taking some inspiration from from the German player, I feel like.
Yeah, it's all in the wrist.
Don't stop flicking, Sparty, and it's gonna work! 3 frag advantage now for Sparty. He's been able to secure himself a decent lead on this map. One free rail for Kilson, but that only equalizes the situation. Oh, but Sparty... What? What is going on? Sparty completely misread where Kilson was, and still he somehow makes it a kill for him.
Yeah, he got him in the air as he dropped down, and then that second rocket basically bending around the pillar for some huge damage. At least enough to take Kilson out. Not sure if it really was a direct, but yeah.
But I really don't even know what happened there. Like, Kilson just, like, he was atop of Sparty, he was in a good position to, like, do a lot of damage, and then he just evaporated.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Again, Kilson with kind of a weak start rail-wise. Like 33%. Hitting a third. On the other side, you got Sparty sitting there on right now 62. So, and he's wait, just to make the difference, we're talking Kilson here. Kilson has hit 2 out of 6 shots, and for Sparty it's 18 out of 28.
Make that 19 out of 29.
Yeah. Oh, and the damage is on his side. Just 22,000 mark, and yeah. I saw it. Kilson fragged himself. Unlucky.
Finally, for the first time in his life, Sparty missing a rail. And we see the first burst of LG. Actually, also, it's actually crazy. Like, it took 5 minutes for Sparty to even use the LG. Up to that point, he had fired only 3 cells.
Yeah, even now 90 damage. 15 ticks out of 39. Okay.
Direct Rocket did actually push Sparty away from the red armor, and Kilson was able to pick that up, but even that was, rather costly. Oh, but the rocket bounce does not allow Sparty to pick up the yellow armor, and that's a really good situation for Kilson now, as not only he gets the 50 armor, he also gets the 50 health bubble. And is able to translate that into another rotation of the red. Sparty, on the other hand, he's limping along. Well, that is his current health. Only 60 total stack. Still railable even. Kilson, on the other hand, ooh, taking a lot of damage. Still healthy.
Oh, good rocket jump. Oh, very well played. Okay, he gets his first one on the board. And to follow up quickly. Yeah, there still is time. He could make stuff happen. And he does start railing now.
Beautiful direct there, but it is not enough, as Kilson's still more than stacked, and he's just gonna push his advantage. Get in close, finish the job. Nice trap by Kilson as well. Well aware that Sparty might be taking that jump pad, and this is going terrible now for Sparty. It took him 5 minutes to get the 6 frag advantage, and now in this matter of like what, minute and a half, he's lost all of it. Game is tied with only 2.5 minutes remaining.
I was getting so ready for a third map. Man.
Don't throw Sparty out in the whatever, I don't know, words are not coming to me right now, but I'm just saying there's still a chance map 3 might happen, and I really do hope it does happen, because watching these people play is quite fun.
It's just the certainty has left my body, and it doesn't feel good. Like that's one of the cases where I'm not rooting for Kilson just because I want to see more Quake.
Yeah, sometimes there is definitely a problem with these amazing players that like they just play too good even.
The Michael Schumacher situation, when the viewership for Formula 1 actually went down because everybody knew what happened.
I mean, Kilson, he's pretty low right now, but 3 frag advantage, minute and a half remaining. What can the Swedish party god do at this point? Well, taking those rails is not the way forward. Mega health is up. Kilson not even taking it. He's just checking his surroundings. And can you really blame him?
Yeah.
Come on, Kilson. I know you can throw the game. 1 minute. Make it a map 3. Do it for the audience. Do it for the fans.
For the fans. Yeah, for the fans, for the content. Come on. Okay, GG. Or GG's rather.
Yeah, GG's even. 9-5 is gonna be the final score. Oh, that's kind of crazy actually. That really, like, over the course of like 3 minutes, Kilson came back from a not even 0 frags. He came back from -1 and ends up finishing the game with 9.
I want you to have a good time.
Okay, so we got that. And now basically, if I saw this correctly, we are going into our next batch of 3 games with 3 players. This time Helldown, Cypher and Pavel. Same situation as earlier. So Helldown, Cypher first. They're still picking maps. Oh, and we're gonna see Aero Walk again.
Oh, they haven't done their homework. They were supposed to pick the maps before the tournament starts, before the round starts, like the day start. Whatever. Words again. Difficult things. Difficult things. Yeah, Aerowalk is gonna be the map number 1. That is Cypher's pick. We're right now waiting for Helldown to make his pick. Sparty actually saying in the Discord that great map pick from me with Airwalk. I assume there's sarcasm meant there. Kind of hard to tell with text, but I don't think it was a bad. I don't think it was a bad pick for him, honestly. Like, Kilson kept getting away with barely any health, and yeah, there were some lapses of judgment when it comes to like some of those engagements, but still, like it's Airwalk. Like you go down 3-4 times, it doesn't matter. Like you can come back from that. You can come back from that relatively fine. It's just a matter of the fight really not going his way, and losing out on some of the items that probably shouldn't have in the long term. Wait, I don't have to be on this server anymore.
But which server do we have to be on then?
We don't know yet. They're still, so far, they're not done with the picks and bans, and there's no server posted in the Discord.
Hold up, are we going Pavel Cypher?
Helldown Cypher apparently seems to be the first, or?
No, we're going Pavel Cypher because, as I understand, Helldown might be late.
Okay.
They're speaking in a language that is very different from what I've been taught. But yeah, it looks like we're actually going to Pavel versus Cypher in the meantime.
I hope that I did not start yet.
Nope.
Oh!
So that's why it took longer.
If I'm understanding this correctly, then Helldown is currently in Crimea, and as you might expect, that poses some problems with playing video games.
Tiny bit, yes. That's
So yeah,
that's tough.
Let's see how it's gonna go for him. He might even have to postpone the match until tomorrow.
Which then also would be the other one.
And I see that Pavel and Cypher are still figuring out where to play.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Typical Quake activities.
Especially for Quake Live.
I can show you the events for the Pavel versus Cypher while we figure out where they are going to play.
Cypher Furious Heights, Pavel's going for Sinister, and the tiebreaker is going to be Lost World if we get there. Cypher going for Furious Heights, not surprising really. Sinister also. I feel like both of these players kind of are in similar positions to some degree. In that whatever pick is going to be favoring one of them, it's also going to be a pretty decent pick for the other. Pavel banning Airwalk, about that I'm not surprised, because yeah, Cypher is actually one of those few players who can actually slow the game down on Airwalk, and it's just infuriating to play against.
Did anyone catch in the chat where they were saying to try next?
So far, no.
Shambler's saying,
asking.
Yeah, Shambler's asking as well, so let's just wait for them to let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if it does end up going to map number 3, Lost World, I believe Cypher has got that one in the bag. On Sinister, Pavel does have like an okay chance, but he will really have to play out of his mind because it is none other than Cypher, the legend himself.
Oh, we got an IP.
Nice. Yeah, and I want to thank, what is it? Vaco Black Trash, giving us 50 Romanian loot on YouTube. Thanks for the support. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. Thanks. I know it's technically not my joint here, but yeah, thank you from me as well. Support is always awesome. Okay. Pinks are looking decent. Okay, and Shambler says he needs 2 minutes. But that's okay. People can warm up in the meantime.
Indeed.
Also, if you want to have a tiny laugh in the meantime, we had about the thing with my webcam and its shitty quality. I saw the possible settings earlier when I set it up for you. What it's running on now is 360p, 30 FPS, and then there's 2 other options, 720p and 480p, both at 5 FPS. That's how shitty this webcam is.
Hey, that brings me back to my laptop gaming days, you know? I was just actually reminiscing yesterday about how when I was on a laptop, and you know, this was like when I was still studying and didn't have like a stable job. I basically had to like play games on whatever I could, and it was one of the Batman games that I actually finished on 640 by 480 resolution on an average frame rate of 20 FPS.
Yeah,
And I finished the game like that on like all settings lowest, and gosh darn it, it was still a great experience.
yeah. This is I don't know. I'm also not FPS sensitive. Like I'm from the old days. I played Sega Saturn. 20 FPS was good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, but I think when I started playing Quake Live the first time in 2009 or something, I had some shitty laptop with onboard graphics. I was also like low resolution, I think 30 FPS, and in the beginning I had one of these tiny office mice, you know, the super cheap ones. That was an upgrade when I bought an, what was it, MX 518 was the legendary one with the bubble optics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's God, that was a difference. And then a decently normal PC. Holy shit! All of a sudden, my vision returned.
Yeah, it has actually been for every id Software game that, like the first few years, you would have crap FPS.
Yeah.
Because like they driven the technology so hard.
Yeah. I remember Quake 3 back in the day. Was also, we were so happy to be able to play in 640 by 480 and somewhat fluid.
Yeah.
God.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Quake 3 was the first one that actually required, like as a minimum, you needed a graphics card capable of like 3D rendering, because up to that point, Quake 1 and Quake 2, if I'm not mistaken, they had software modes which ran purely on CPU.
Okay, they are starting?
They are starting.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. In great quality.
Great quality. Yes,
Yeah.
times have changed. We have all the pixels in the world. We have more frames than we can even see individually, and it's beautiful. Times are great.
Yeah.
Who are we on, Cypher or Pavel?
I'm a Pavel.
Yeah.
Very well.
Shame.
Red armor coming up. No massive engagement just yet. Cypher already holding the high ground, raining rockets down upon his opponent. Red armor is going to be picked up by Pavel, but not exactly for free. Didn't have a railgun this entire time. Finally securing one for himself.
And Cypher should. He took his sweet time. He had the chance to pick up the mega health without any opposition. Pavel also not pushing into the room to do additional damage. So Cypher the one with a way bigger stack now. Yeah, so far, classic beginning phase, little bit touchy. There's the first serious push by Cypher.
Yeah, and it's
Whoa.
quite the push, but like, whoa, those rockets by Pavel. I mean, Pavel's rockets are... I swear, they work differently on his computer.
Pavel's rockets built different.
Exactly, like some of the stuff that he's hitting, especially like in these defensive scenarios, like it makes you wonder, like, how do you even push into this guy?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You see from his POV, Pavel taking lots of damage, and you know the opponent has way more stack, and then you look at the stacks and the opponent is weaker all of a sudden. I'm like, how did that happen?
Yeah. I accidentally...
Okay, that was you. I was wondering.
Yeah, I accidentally left the Discord because Cam's on Discord, as always. Sorry about that. It's really distracted me. But we do have the first frag coming out from both players, as weird as it sounds.
Yeah. Oh man. Again, no clear winner so far. 3 minutes in and okay. There's a frag that's definitely for one player, but Pavel is his name and he is still weak. Mega health helps. Still, this is anything but a solid lead. Ah. Another direct, but that just made up for the rocket before that hitting the stairs and doing 0 damage at all. Arena FPS, rockets, splash damage and stairs. Name a more iconic duo.
Lead taken.
For now, able to secure himself a third frag.
Okay.
And he's overall in a pretty good position. He's gonna be able to deny one of these yellow armors as well. One of it does go to Pavel, but he does not have rockets yet. And honestly, like, Pavel without rockets, it's like, you take rockets away from him, he's just a completely different kind of player. You give him rockets, suddenly he turns like into potentially world-class champion.
Everybody has his preferred tools.
Yes, indeed. Cypher's preferred tool seems to be just absolute control. 200 stack and no mercy.
Yeah, Cypher likes to work with his chef there.
That could be interpreted in many ways, and
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, this time there seems to be some solid control at least. So what do the stats say so far? Yeah, Cypher gets the major items. He's running the show on that front. Pavel a tiny bit more yellows, but not too much. Rail accuracy the same actually, roughly. And damage output also kind of similar. Bit more for Cypher. But still. Not as much as you would think for 4 frag difference.
I mean, yeah, you look at like the major items. Cypher has basically doubled the major items, and the damage output is similar between both players. Like, that's really not a situation you want to be in.
Yeah. Oh god, the bots are on the loose again.
Yeah, yeah. That's what previously distracted me.
Ah, okay.
Because they joined like one of the like they started spamming one of the other Discord servers that I'm an admin on, so yay.
Yeah, I can't wait for a new solution to emerge for something. The honeypot stuff is interesting. Basically, you have a channel with a picture that says, don't post here or you will get banned. And the bot will post there and get banned. So, I like the idea.
Pavel once again with those signature rockets of his. Like, Cypher's LG wasn't bad there, but that's what I mean. Like, Pavel, he just pulls the rocket launcher, pulls out the rocket launcher, starts bouncing you all over the place. Look at this LG as well with the fancy rail finish. Pavel's come online.
Yeah, he's not out yet.
He's got no health. Like, look at these grenade dodges. He's quite literally Neo right now from the Matrix.
Seriously.
13 health. 13 health. He's still re-peeking. He wants that kill.
Yeah, he knows he's slowly but surely running out of time. That's the thing. No bubbles up for him to pick. There's one, okay. Because that would really help him.
There's one pretty big blue bubble.
Ooh, yeah.
But 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes remaining. I mean, Pavel, he did massive damage in those last 2 fights. That's a good opening rail. Will he be able to convert that into a frag is the big question. Another red armor for Pavel. Cypher, he's completely on the defensive at this point, setting up already on the Mega. Ooh, actually does go for the jump over to Mega.
It wasn't even up.
He mistimed it. I think he terribly mistimed it because he did it like 5 seconds too early. But even with all of that, like, Pavel's struggling.
Yeah, I was also thinking like, oh, he stole the Mega. Then I saw the 3 behind the icon on the hub. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think Cypher like just completely mistimed the item there. 1 minute remaining. Cypher ends up blowing himself up. Pavel down by just 1 frag. I mean, this is more than doable. Cypher currently no armor whatsoever. There's only 1 yellow armor on the map. Cypher picks up the rail. A little bit of tickle from Pavel's LG. Now's the time. Now's the time. The Mega has been taken by Pavel. He's stacked as all hell. 180, 150 stack against Cypher's approximately just 100 total. In fact, a direct rocket could take Cypher down right now. Oh, but Pavel just completely... He just ran past him.
Yeah, he was on the jump pad. He heard it, but he still decided to go for the red armor. And now he's got to be really quick.
Yeah, and Pavel just doesn't know. Pavel has no idea where Cypher is.
He saw him, but that's too late.
2 seconds remaining. Yeah, like, unless... Oh, unfortunate for Pavel, really, because that's that comeback would have been really beautiful there.
Yeah, he even took over Cypher in terms of damage at the end.
Yeah,
He had been dishing out.
equalized the situation with the red armors as well. Like Pavel played really, really well towards the latter part of the match.
Yeah. But yeah, Cypher gets the first map.
Vote now. Vote passed.
Quickly check what was up with the things. And this will be Pavel's pick now, okay? But yeah, that can make a difference in either direction. Like you got these games where everybody wins his own pick and then sometimes people lose their own pick.
Yeah.
But it's always consistent, it feels like.
Sometimes it does feel like, you know, like the players are kind of focused on like, you know, what I want to play, and they sometimes gotta forget about like the fact that, oh wait, like my opponent is also really good on this map, you know, so you end up like actually picking by accident like your opponent's best maps. But still, I feel like, you know, for these two players, it doesn't really, the picks and bans don't really matter that much. The difference that we're talking about is like 5%. It's still an advantage, but I don't think it's a decisive factor. Cypher taking a lot of damage, but dishing some out in return. Some defrag coming out, and a rail finish for Pavel, giving him the first blood.
Yeah, very aggressive by Pavel so far. Also that rail, after rocket jumping up and then hitting a rail, is always stylish. That's like a double dose of dopamine when your brain says, "Yep, that was good." Here's not too much damage. Cypher still way weaker though. Pavel almost maxed out on armor. If he gets this next mega health unimpeded, that could spell lots of trouble for Cypher.
Yeah, you can see that Pavel, he's kind of baiting the red armor, but little does he know the Cypher is not even remotely close. He's actually all the way over at the lower yellow armor. And Pavel, I mean, he's probably feeling pretty comfortable with this monstrous stack, 175, 190. A little bit of damage coming out from Cypher's rocket. But all that Pavel really has to do is just keep rotating the items. And not make sure that it doesn't like, you know, something doesn't fall into Cypher's hands. He's been doing a pretty good job of it right now, denying even both of the yellows in this cycle. Red armor coming up in 3 seconds. Cypher, he doesn't really have the stack for a full-on fight. Right now, he's just trying to poke around, do as much damage as he can without getting decimated in the process. I like this move by Pavel.
Cypher sustaining himself on yellows at the moment. I think it looks a little bit like he's waiting for an opportunity to to steal one major item. Next cycle could be a chance. This is the first time in a while that they are synchronized.
Yeah, I was about to actually point that out as well, that I think Pavel had committed a mistake there by not actually trying to deny one of the yellow armors. Oh, but the rockets! What am I talking about? I mean, it does not matter. Cypher ends up spawning on the Mega, and it does not matter. Like, this was very well done by Pavel. The fact that the major items ended up being synced didn't matter in the end, but still, like, there was definitely an opportunity for Cypher to be able to steal something.
If that was Cypher's plan, it totally backfired. God, hits the rocket on the spawn even. Like some of those hits coming out of Pavel are kinda unreal right now. Baiting a yellow? Okay. And another one, 5-0. That's yeah, so far Pavel firmly in control of the map. He's got to stack up a little bit now. But so far, I feel like he got the most out of it.
Free rail for Cypher, make that 2. Pavel switching over to the LG, and it's not bad. The rail is gonna finish the job. Cypher making a very aggressive push, and it's gonna actually work out as the rockets bounce perfectly. But it's the halfway mark, you know, like we're 5 minutes in, Cypher 5 frags down. It's still pretty scary, and Pavel on the defensive, sometimes it feels like even more difficult. But Cypher, like, Kilson, log off Cypher's account, please. What are these rails? What are these rails? 70% rail right now for Cypher.
Was just about to say that, yeah. Insane. God. Cypher like a predator. He's been prowling the whole first half of this map.
Yes, indeed. Pavel, we can see that, like, yeah, he's taken a very defensive stance. Usually, like, for example, when Cypher would be contesting the red armor, he would be playing up close, kind of right across the platform on the same level as the red armor. Pavel actually taking a much further angle over at the window near Mega. And that's, I feel like, kind of the difference between these two players. Pavel, if he's going defensive, he's going so defensive that you can't even physically find him anymore.
Yeah, that's what he seems to be going at. He's going full ninja. Poof, and he's gone.
Ooh, he did give away his position by picking up that yellow armor. But then again, like, a good rocket there. Ooh, but not expecting the continued push from Cypher. Still decent damage output, and I think that's all that Pavel really can right now hope for. Like, look at these rockets, like... Pavel has basically no health, and he's still somehow out-damaging Cypher. Like, it's not looking good for Pavel, don't misunderstand me, but I would not be surprised if this is actually how we finish the game. At this score, 2.5 minutes in, Cypher just might be unable to find an opening. Pavel, he is stacked back up to 150 total stack. Cypher, he's got all the resources in the world. He's basically the Saudi Arabia of stack.
Yeah. Yeah, when you can read in the news that Cypher has found new armor deposits somewhere below the ground.
Wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised whatsoever. Both major items actually are up. Pavel not even going for the Mega. And, like, you can see, this is Pavel's defensive play.
Yeah.
Both items were up, the items were synced, and still he goes for a super safe play. Doesn't work out in this scenario, but then again, Cypher, he's lost all of his armor as well. Like, this is not not coming easy for Cypher. He gets a kill, but the pace has been slowed down so hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's every time Pavel does some decent damage to Cypher, and he needs to take some time out of his day to stack back up and get back into fighting shape. And I think that might save him over the finish line here. There's sometimes earlier we had like a whole minute where you didn't see Pavel at all.
Yeah.
He was just gone. Now we're here. 30 seconds left for 2 frags.
Look at this, actually. Like, Pavel is actually at a stack advantage. Okay, not long. Very unfortunate engagement there for Pavel. For the first time in his life, the Rockets fail him. But, 15 seconds. Oh, no! Pavel caught off guard. 10 seconds remaining. Where is Pavel?
Yeah.
Pavel is just running.
Shit.
Run, Pavel! Run!
Oh, if that would have been a hit, that would have been hype as fuck. Totally. That would have been insane. Like tying the game at 9:59 after a dramatic chase like that. That would have been awesome. Still, GG. Very well played by Pavel.
Yes,
Holy
indeed.
hell. And yeah, that means we are going to Lost World for our decider.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lost World, I mean, Lost World is also kind of...
Vote now. Vote pass.
Kind of favoring Pavel, actually, in my opinion. Because that rail of Cyphers, it's been doing a lot of heavy lifting. But Lost World is, of course, kind of unique in the sense that it doesn't have a rail. So whether Cypher is gonna be able to do as well as he has been on the previous maps remains to be seen. And yeah, defensive play on this map is generally seen to be as kind of like the superior strategy. And as we've just seen, Pavel is kind of a master at that. Pavel in general, like I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate like his play. Even though he's, you know, not as big of a name as, you know, Cypher and Agent and Kilson and, you know, the other very well-known players, he's still got it to challenge any single one of them.
Yeah, still absolutely a force to be reckoned with. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. Like, I didn't look at the absolute numbers at the end of the map, but just the fact that Cypher had almost 70% rail accuracy, just it's going to be hard for him if you take that tool away from him.
Exactly. Yeah, looks like Pavel needs 2 minutes. So
Okay.
we're going on a slight moment of nothing happening, I guess.
So, how's the weather? We need some small talk to fill the void.
Some small talk. Yeah,
You know what?
Prepare to
Okay, I'm actually not complaining.
We're back at it.
I am not dying.
3, 2,
Yeah, same. Hot but bearable.
fight.
But yeah, let's turn up the heat here, or rather let Pavel and Cypher turn up the heat. On what's unfortunately possibly the last map of the day, but we'll see. If there's any news on Helldown.
I'm on Pavel, by the way.
Very well.
Yeah. Not. Okay, Pavel playing this by ear right now. Waiting for the sound cues.
Ooh, Pavel going in and just stealing the Mega there.
Yoink. And he leaves the red armor up to do some additional damage. Maybe even go for the frag.
Oh, but I love this. I love this move.
Yeah. He's trying to cut him off from all the resources.
Cypher is also not going to have any idea whatsoever when the red is coming up, so it's going to be pretty hard for him to try and contest that on the next cycle. But Pavel actually, like, he still left the red up. Wait, what? Okay, that's a weird play by Pavel.
Oh, he
Just
forgot
gave it
the
up?
mega health. Pavel
And
forgot
he-
the mega. Oh. Like, we're not
I
the
thought
only
the-
ones with slow brains today.
I don't understand what just happened, but fine.
I don't know, he forgot
Okay.
to pick up the red armor. It seems like he actually forgot there was no grand plan. He just thought he had it already. Or maybe he thought that Cypher had it. I don't know.
Yeah, that really confused me, but hey, I guess it worked out anyway, as Pavel now has been able to secure a full cycle. Cypher, he's stacked as hell on all armor, but doesn't have the benefit of the mega health, which Pavel just gave up again. What is going on?
What is this?
Is this actually Pavel?
I have no idea. The heat is getting to them as well, I guess. The timing skills suffer first. Oh, shit.
Okay, does anybody know when any of the items are coming up? Both yellow armors are up, Mega is up, Red is up, everything is up. It's like, and it's still 0-0. It's basically like it's a fresh start, except somehow the players have 200 stack it instead of like 100 starting health. You know, like this is an adventure. Pavel rockets just flying from the high ground, doing some okay damage, at least equalizing the stacks. And Pavel, he's so defensive at this point, as if he's already like winning, but I mean, that's not really how it works, Pavel. You must get a kill first.
Yeah, that's what I thought on the last map, when Cypher played so slow despite being one frag ahead. So, buddy, you can only save a victory over the finish line if you're in the lead.
Yeah.
But in the end, that tactic did work. We will see what just completely ignoring items might accomplish on the tactical side.
I mean, theoretically, you know, like if both players are 200, like the items do nothing, you know?
Yeah, true. Everybody leaving it as backup, and then at some point thinking, I bet my opponent has taken it. And then when both players think that way, this is what happens.
Cypher now is securing the high ground. Pavel, on the other hand, kind of lurking around the middle parts of the map. Cypher does end up giving up the red in the process, but this is a very good position now for Cypher, as Pavel is gonna struggle to get out of there, at least without taking massive damage. Then again, like, what is this rocket? Like, how does Pavel do that? That's a Pavel rocket right there, and he just makes it out. Oh, but the double back by Pavel, very risky. Ends up taking a direct rocket, and I mean, it's still fine. There's like the yellow armors that nobody seems to care about at this point. Like, okay, Pavel, like, this is where he goes down, probably, right? Like, this is where he goes down. He's on what? 7 health.
Yeah, something has to happen sooner or later.
No, Pavel still made. Oh. Pavel had 7 health, 100 armor. He still somehow makes it out live. 5 minutes in, we still don't have a single frag. Red armor is up, Mega is up. Pavel, super defensive once again. Not even think about the major items. This scenario, I can understand him, you know, when you're that weak.
Yeah, but giving both
no.
items up, that's that could be a costly mistake. He still keeps himself alive.
Both players kind of dancing around each other. Pavel timing the teleporter perfectly so as not to take any unnecessary damage. He is still losing out on all of the items, unfortunately, but he's kind of living on nothing.
And now he's 15 seconds too early for the red armor, if that was actually even his intention there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he... At this point, it's just... I don't know what's going on. I'm literally speechless. Pavel is either showing up for the wrong item when, like, the other one's coming up, or he's just giving up both of them. Cypher's doing weird stuff. I mean, Cypher's doing the correct thing, at least in this scenario, that, like, he knows that he has to try and, like, bait one of the majors. But the match has just been such an overall back and forth of, you know, damage coming out from Pavel in, like, the least expected situations. There's another direct, like... Cypher knows, like, he cannot afford to take these directs, like, one after another. Oh, we might have a frag, finally!
There it is, yeah.
Oh my god, like, as soon as, like, Pavel ran right past Cypher, I was like, no, don't tell me he's gonna get away with this. Oh, a shotgun trap by Pavel, at least attempted, but it doesn't pay off.
I think I saw some sort of interesting tactics by Cypher. He seemed to try and keep Pavel away from the open area, because Pavel, he was on full rockets earlier and he was starting to run out. I think when he died he had 3 left. So might be possible that Cypher thought, I keep him away from the rocket launcher and then it should be easier for me.
That would make sense. That would make sense, because yeah, like there's especially with the lack of rail on this map, I mean the rocket launcher is kind of like your bread and butter tool, and especially as we've seen, like Pavel, like if he's in a good position, even from just a positioning standpoint, he can do just a ridiculous amount of damage. Somehow those directs, they just come so naturally for Pavel. But like, yeah, we had what, 7 minutes with no frags whatsoever, and now we have a connection interrupted, or is that on my side? Okay, that I think it was on my side. I got scared.
That was either on your side or just half a second. I'm not sure. I didn't see any connection thing, but I had my eyes on a different window for a moment.
But yeah, 7 minutes, no frags whatsoever, and right now we're 6-0 in favor of Cypher. I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure what happened to Pavel. Just like the first red that he just completely gave up, and then on the next cycle he ends up giving up the mega when both of them are like. Actually, no. Pavel had an advantage that, like, he had full health overheal, whereas Cypher didn't have, like, he wasn't able to get the mega in the previous cycle whatsoever, and still somehow just Pavel forgot about it. I'm not sure. I don't know how to explain it, you know.
Yeah,
Also,
I don't know. Must have been a bit flip, you know, Cosmic Race or some shit. Like in his brain, it was like the value for go for major item was flipped from 1 to 0. Something happened there. Okay, yeah. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Pavel not gonna be able to even score a single frag on the map. It's gonna be 0-11 final score.
Yeah.
I mean, still well played by Pavel. Staying alive for as long as long as he did against Cypher, even when he was completely out of control. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever, and kind of unfortunate to see him, you know, go down with 0 frags, but hey, it is what it is. Right, Rob, have you been following the situation? Do we have an update on what exactly is happening with the Helldown games?
No, I'm not up to date, so we just have to read it up on the Discord. I was following the match.
Yeah, so far not really. I'm checking here. We got picks and bans done between Helldown and Pavel, but yeah, no IP, nothing else than that. So that's the stuff he could have done from the phone.
Yeah, let's see what the Russian stream is doing currently.
Yeah.
I have to look at an advert.
Yeah.
Is it McDonald's?
No, it's now some.
God, that McDonald's ad is. Oh, it's so bad. I'm always getting sarcastic. Like, oh my God, not the McDonald's products. I heard the CEO loves the product so much, so they can't just steal it. Seriously, oh.
I'm watching it at a coffee commercial.
Coffee. Okay, okay.
Ooh, coffee.
Auto commercial and some fake ones.
You you reminded me that I have coffee and it's completely cold right now. So, but hey, at least in this weather, you know, cold coffee, not bad. Actually, not bad.
I'm gonna go with the cold energy drink.
I have Quake water.
Well, it's not cold anymore.
Yeah.
I see that Lexer has it very warm as well. But yeah, no action gameplay wise.
Yeah, I assume Shambler is currently trying to get in touch with Helldown to understand whether the matches are going to be happening. For those who missed it, Helldown is currently in Crimea, and unfortunately there is a power outage. So we might be postponing the matches until the next week. We don't know yet. We're waiting for a confirmation.
Yeah, we can also.
I'm getting hit with the long ads.
We can also just go for a few minutes break. Oh, I do see Shambler now appearing on the Russian stream, but yeah, I don't understand what he is saying. But he is pointing at the camera and looks to be informing the viewers.
Swear to God, you gotta learn some basic arena FPS Russian. This point, like this whole, I'm like, what are they saying?
Yeah.
I mean, Strengths did that when he was playing with Cypher, if I'm not mistaken, like in 2v2s. Admittedly, all he ended up actually remembering was like the swear words, so... Oh well. Oh well,
Yeah,
that's Strengths
I can
for you,
see
you know?
Yeah. That's the most important part. Gotta learn that first. Yeah, usually I can get kinda around it, at least on Discord, you know, when it's all Russian and then you can see something that resembles a shortened server location.
Yeah.
So I know where to look. You know, it's like Cyrillic, SVE, Cyrillic. Okay.
Yeah, Shambler is waving at the camera.
Yeah, seems like it. GG's says the chat. That's what I could see.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah, they are shutting down the stream. So it does seem that those matches will be postponed to some other day. Yeah, that does mean that it's also the end of our stream. We had some
Fortunately.
great matches, but unfortunately these two cannot continue. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here, for participating in chat, for this Prime subscription, Claymore, thank you. Kilson for the raid, We even have a hype train. Oh, that's from 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for the super chats, Freight Shaker and Sarcophago Black Trash. Lovely name.
Yes, indeed.
And of course, thank you guys. Let that Satan inside for running the show today. I could just concentrate on pushing the buttons. Very nice. Do you have any parting words, Satan?
Not too much. It's a bit of a shame that we didn't have the full thing going, but I assume those matches will be played, so we will get a longer 250 FPS day maybe at some point, hopefully. But yeah, thanks for having me here, guys. Was a pleasure to be with you. Maybe some other time if the stars align. And yeah, wishing everybody in chat and you guys a great rest of the Sunday and a good start into the week. Yeah.
Leonard, anything to follow?
Not much, really. I guess, yeah. Thanks to you, Satan Inside, for joining us. It's been a pleasure. I did tune in a little bit last week as well. It was really great to see somebody covering when we weren't available, and I think you did a pretty good job. So,
Oh, thank you.
and yeah, I'd definitely be happy to have you back on if you're down. And yeah, just quickly translating what Chandler is saying regarding the matches with Hellbound. It is going to be rescheduled for the next Sunday, if it works for Cypher and Pavel. So looks like next week might be a little bit of a longer one. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks everybody for the subscriptions and the super chats and all that stuff. Still no idea how it works. It just happens. But thanks to all of you for the support.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good night, good fight, everyone. See you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.